ArcelorMittal
Good morning to all.
Community Development Fund for years 2 years.
Larry Nyakwe, Honorable
John the
Fairplay Joe of Grand Bassa County, my chairman and my colleague, Honorable John J. Bakwe, the statutory superintendent, the representative of the Minister of Internal Affairs, Mr. Emmanuel Wanyu, my committee member, and my consultant, Mr. Members of the 4th Estate, the ArcelorMittal family, well-wishers, other members of the team, good morning to all. Today is another special day for the 3 counties. As ArcelorMittal being our partners, and we need to sit together, disagree, dialogue and agree. We have come again for another roundtable meeting. Thank God the lawmakers are here, the 2 of them. I'm happy because I have Lima and Grand Bassa here, and so they will really put bond on their side to roll up what we are here for. As a family and partners in progress, as a family and friends with ArcelorMittal family, there's a need we have this meeting to meet and have a consultation, and so that the public will know where we are heading to, and what we are for. And so having said that, once again, Honorable Larry Nyakwe, Honorable Fairplay Joe, my colleagues, my chairman, and all other members are here present with the committee member. We want to say welcome to Bone County. Let us have a consultation. We disagree, but I know at the end we agree, so that we discuss the issues surrounding the 3 counties. ArcelorMittal is our partners in progress, but sometimes we disagree, but along the road we agree. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam
Superintendent.
So,
Superintendent, Madam Esther.
we'll just do a quick introduction around the table. All right, I think we'll just skip that because of time. So we'll not go straight into the formal lunch. You agree with that? Is that the word of the stakeholder? Yeah. Okay. So then let me begin with myself. My name is Eric Swan. I work for ArcelorMittal and I coordinate the Community Development Fund at ArcelorMittal. I'm with a team. I'm also the manager for corporate responsibility. So we'll begin from this side. So Joe.
Okay, I'm Joseph Bassama, engineer for ArcelorMittal.
I'm Samuel Yellow, Secretary Superintendent, Lima.
I'm House Brian, Chairman of the PMC Lima County.
I'm Alfonso Hina. I work for the National Bureau of Concession. I'm Director for Mining and Engineering at the Bureau of Concession.
I'm Vincent Mova from the Ministry of Mines and Energy and also CSC member.
I'm Marcus Glenn from ArcelorMittal. I'm the CEO here today.
That's it.
Larry Youngquay from District Lima, one of the affected communities.
My name is Reginald Beck. I'm the National Convener for Concession Conference, which are the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and member of the CEC.
Good morning. My name is Emmanuel Wanyu, Technical President, Office of the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Good morning to all. I'm Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe, representing Grand Bassa, District 3.
Chanje Bakwe, Superintendent of Grand Bassa County and Chairman of the Superintendent Council of Ideas.
Welcome to thank you, Madam Esther Nyama Walker, Superintendent of Bonka de Rose, the Queen of the Superintendent Council.
I'm Michael Von Ron, Secretary Superintendent, Deputy Superintendent, Grand Bassa County.
I'm Moses Batonga, PSC Chairman, Grand Bassa County.
Stephen J. Mova, Chairman, PMC Pop.
I'm Kunde Yala, Statutory Superintendent Kokoya,
Those in the back row. All right, so we're just going straight into the formal lunch. So we'll have statements from the stakeholders that will constitute the formal lunch. So we'll begin with a special statement. CEO of ArcelorMittal. That will be done by Marcus Beck.
Thank you, Eric. Before we go to 10, I think you leave there. Honorable Superintendent, Madam Esther Yama, welcome.
Welcome.
Honorable Jackie Wapper, who just stepped out, and representative of Honorable Nelson Kokoy, Nimba Council, Larry Yonkwe, Honorable Joe, all the members of the County Approval Committee, and the district sitting of the Community Development Fund, other guests here, well-wishers of development in Liberia, and supporters of ensuring that development goes down to the grassroots. I bring you greetings from ArcelorMittal. We are honored that the government of Liberia and the people of Liberia, in consonance with the Mineral Development Agreement, which states that, a particular clause of the Mineral Development Agreement which states that the concessionaire and the and the government should jointly manage the county's social development fund. We are happy that part of that responsibility has been given to ArcelorMittal to oversee the management of the Community Development Fund. As you all know, when the fund was established in August or in July 2020, we agreed to do a pilot year one. In that pilot, we said we will look at all the issues that will inform us for the years to come. So we are happy that year one has formally ended, although if you are counting, you say, I didn't have 1 year, I was there 1 year and a half and so forth. But it has been adjusted to align with the government, now the new calendar of January to December. There were many challenges that we held. We want to thank the County Approval Committee for their for the able shepherding of the process. The district sitting membership who also done their best to ensure that all the challenges we have, we were able to overcome them. And now we are here to announce the formal start of the implementation of year 2 of the Community Development Fund. We say year 2, and we expect in year 2 to receive funding for year 3 because of the co-joining of the fiscal year. So on behalf of ArcelorMittal, we would like to thank you all. We appreciate that some of you experienced a lot of challenges, but we've learned from these experiences. Some of these experiences today in the recommendations in the technical session, you will see them reflected in the amended guidelines, which we'll be presenting, which are based on recommendations that came from the various engagements. And I just want to give a particular thanks to the project management committee of the 3 counties for doing so much with so little. And the recommendation allocation for supporting PMC activities have been incorporated into the new budget, and that will be reflected when it's presented to you for your approval. ArcelorMittal has also gone ahead to commit some amount of resources to supplement community development projects that will be based on road rehabilitation, on road infrastructure. So we are going to add some resources to the community development fund allocation to be able to help communities, because we realize that the funding envelope may not be large enough to take care of some key critical development projects, for roads. So I'd like to thank you. Pause here from my side, and show you that we're ready to roll. Eric and his team, all of us, and I know you are also ready to roll. I will thank you here and say welcome to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ware. This time, we will take statements from the district representative. Specifically the lawmakers. At this point, we would like to call on the Venerable and Astute, Honorable Larry Yonkwe, from NIMBA, to give his statement.
Well, thank you very much, my colleague, Honorable Joe from Grand Bassa County, superintendents, Bone, Bassa County, our territory superintendent, ArcelorMittal families, our EMCs, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Of course, representatives of the International Ministry and our consultants on the concession disputes. Well, I'm pleased, like the ArcelorMittal representative said, I'm pleased to be here and be part of this history-making launch, the formal launch of year 2, having used year 1 as a pilot for the surrendering of the 20% to ArcelorMittal to implement on behalf of the affected communities. Something that the lawmakers were very hard to achieve. Because we have seen in the past that sending the 20% intended for the affected communities to the county headquarters or county citizens to decide and implement was bringing some bad feeling among the affected communities, and then salary reduction between they and the concessionaires. So the concessionaires themselves felt that in order to protect their investment, their installation, sustain the camaraderie between it and the citizens that they were using their territory to carry on their activities, there was a need to have something happening on a regular basis. So the 20% was to be retained, but then they couldn't achieve without the lawmakers' acquiescence. So the Bone County lawmakers, NIMBA and Bone, we went together collectively, came up with an MOU or a statement that was to portray what they were thinking. They were just thinking loud. And then that's how the Justice Minister, Internal Affairs Minister, Lens and I think the investment people all came together at the Capitol building, and then we consummated it into a document that we are trying to implement today. We are going smoothly, but because of some glitches, procedural glitches, which we have been trying over the time to smoothing, that we have what we have today. But I hope with the launch of year 2, all the processes that led to these glitches would be straightened out, streamlined, so that the good intention that we have when we are advocating for the 20% remaining with the company, and then using what comes from the district sitting directly with the lawmaker and the secretary serving as the convener of the district, committee, district council. With the good intention, we hope will be sustained, so that we won't get where it was better for us to remain in Egypt And to say we want to go to Israel when the road is so rugged, you know, we hope, yeah, the Red Sea, yeah, when we cut it today, let the road remain open so that the citizens of Israel can cross and get to Israel, and don't think about telling Moses we who are staying under Pharaoh to die. Yes, because if you look in my home today, people are calling the bridge there death trap, not knowing what is happening. You know, and then I know it is in so many communities when the project had to stop because we wanted to straighten some things up. But as we go forward, since others have to speak, I hope we learn our lesson. And to speak globally about the concession there and the citizens that have the concession. Mr. Government Affairs Officer, you need to take it to your people. We are running out of patience. We're tired with too much promises. And when you tell people we're making assessment to intervene, please do it. MDA is a law, and people don't live by law. Law is good to just provide a framework. It is relationship that matters. When you tell us, look, we're going to close one hole for you so your people can pass freely, move there quickly and don't refer to MDA. We were in Zulu the other day, the people who are just prospecting, they are bringing backbone water over 15 kilometers away from Senegal into that bush for the people to drink backbone water. They haven't even started. And you've been with us for good 17 years now. We got to show something in addition to what we are rating that you are giving to us. We need something outside of the normal thing. So when you tell us you're going to make assessment, then 4 months back, when you say, oh, yeah, the assessment not finished yet. Then by the time the assessment finished, when you start intervening, and then we finish dying from the condition that we wanted to get, I say, oh, hey, I'm being a little bit personal. But between Bogdan and Nimba, that UK area there, you make assessment over 4 months ago for the hole to be closed so that our people can be moving. You say, we've signed a contract. Contract? So why in the next 5 years you don't sign a contract for the SS road to be faced, then our people be in that condition? So me, I'm sorry. I just say what come out of my mind. So we're happy that year 2 is going to be today. Superintendent, you feel good, Mr. My young brother, Babel, the superintendent. I know you want to possess a government project. Why remain with ArcelorMittal? Your lawmaker say, my lawmaker, my superintendent, you please give a chance. Let the money remain with them. You and your people decide what you want to do. At least that 20% let be making project. The 80% we can be fighting with to our country. Right now, you will be trying to convene countries in the future. We can't even meet. When will we meet? When will we decide? When will we tell the students to organize country sitting? And my 20% inside we struggle like that. Our people will start stopping the poultry again and say, you're eating the money, but let the 20% be doing something, shaking the ground while we're fighting over the 80% of people. It's not taking our sovereignty away. It's strengthening our sovereignty. You are not a father when you can't feed your people, when you can't clothe your children, when you can't pay their tuition. So let the federal community be feeling good while we're fighting over the 80% in Senegal and Banga and Bikana. So I want to say thank you, ArcelorMittal, thank you, our colleagues of the executive, and for partnering for us. The statutory superintendents are pairing with the lawmakers to convene district sitting, right? And from there, it is the two of them that can co-sign. One of us can sign on behalf of each other to convey it to the superintendent for them to do their procurement process, whatever the procedure, maybe they do modify, whatever it is. When you feel getting your contractor, you convene. And you tell the people the right time so that their money can be made available right away. Contractors don't have to go work for 4-5 months without receiving their money. So I hope as we open this formal sector today, we'll go into technical session, we discuss all the those things so that the problem we face currently will not be repeated again. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. We're taking notes from all of the stakeholders, all of the concerns, we're taking notes. So quickly we'll move to the next speaker. We would like to call on Honorable Matthew Fairplay Joe, the ambassador, for his opening statement. Hello, Joe.
Thank you very much. I greatly recognize my colleague, Honorable Larry Yankwell, representing the Nima County, and also to all our superintendents, Superintendent Bagwell, Superintendent Esther, and those our statutory superintendents that are present here, and to the representative from Internal Affairs, Mr. Mayu, and other stakeholders, to the ArcelorMittal family, to our journalists, and other sympathizers that are here present. I want to say a very big thank you to you, ArcelorMittal family, for this opportunity that has been given us for the launch of the second of the phase 2 of the community development activities. First of all, we want to register from ARCEL. We are not certified. For the matter of fact, for the first phase up to now, nothing has been done, in our county. I don't know for the rest of the other 2 counties. But as Onyanko said, our people have looked at us as people who are not sincere, because from the initial stage we had 2 separate district sitting with the high hope from our people that by this time project will have been going on in our county, and they will go in beginning today or Grand Bassa County. There's nothing happening, and so our people, they are not certified, and we had a lot of pressure on us. Several times we have been placing call as per ArcelorMittal have our own reason for which we have some delay in our project, but we strongly believe that it should not be that way, because as Onyanko already said, these were the reasons for which we took the 20% from our government, in order that our people will have easy access to the 20% that will carry on projects in our various communities, that they will be pleased with the activity and the operation of ArcelorMittal. But with that exercise, we still observe that we have a lot of bureaucracy. We're in the process of the 20%. Our people expectation is not, it's not foreseen. And so we are hopeful that from the second launch, when we leave from here, there will be activities going on in our very affected communities. Let our people see, what the benefit from this 20% that is going to reach them. Then we start those projects, and then the project impact the lives of our people. We cannot continue having series of meetings. We come around the table and we leave, and then we will go back to our people, nothing happening. They will feel like we are not, speaking on their behalf. We are not advocating on their behalf, and all that we do here is just for fun. And we will not let those place ourselves in that direction. We are representing the people, and the work we are doing is a political work. Our opposition will also stand in that there is an opportunity against us, and probably preach for who, like your representative have put now with ArcelorMittal, and they are using the money in different direction, which of course is not true. But once the people start seeing something happening, I believe that they will be pleased with ArcelorMittal, and it will also help you as company operating in our area, because the people are not seeing anything, they are not benefiting anything. These are the reasons for which you see series of demonstration ongoing in your operational area. But once the people lives are impacted by your operation and by those benefits that you're supposed to receive, I strongly believe that they will support your operation, and they will even be your security. So these are some of the reasons for which sometimes some of us speak the way we speak, because we are the direct representative of the people, and they expect us to speak on their behalf and make sure that what belongs to them reach them. ArcelorMittal should know very well that what you are holding is no longer your personal money. It is not something that our people are begging for. This money is for our people, and it is our people money. So the way our people will want you to use the money, I don't think, you should have problem with that. You're just a custodian to this money. But over the time, we ourselves, you want to control the money whenever, when we have some discussion and our people agree that the money should be, the bureaucracy and those things that ArcelorMittal want to exercise show to us that, it appears that ArcelorMittal is doing, or is rendering, help to our people, or it's a calm culture that they have wanted to give to our people, which of course is not in that direction. There is not a calm culture. There is the people entitlement. So when the people representatives come together and they have one agreement and that mandate is being sent over to you people who are the custodian of the money, I strongly believe that it should be your responsibility to exercise what the people are commenced of to do. So we hope that this time around, when we pass on anything here, and when the order is given to the PMC, you people cooperatively work with the PMC, let our people achieve what belongs to them. But when things are now going in the rightful direction, I think when next time we'll come around the table, I think we will be suggesting that our money will directly to the county cover, that we will have full control over it, and the way that our people want the money to be used, it will be used in that direction. Before I leave, let me again use this time to say a very big thank you to ArcelorMittal. A few times I see that you people are doing well when it comes to some social activities and your contribution, social contribution to our community. I don't know where that spirit comes from. But I hope that will not just be for a short time, it will continue. Because I saw your movement around reaching out, trying to reach out to various sectors of our of our countries and country alike, reaching out, making some contribution and all of those things. But I strongly believe that that should not only be because your MDAs are the legislature and you want to encourage and entice our people to be passed. I think after the passing of your NDA, we expect you to even do more of what you are doing. So first of all, we must say thank you for those help you've been giving around, because we have been following, and then I think that's a very good thing. These are things our people need, and we hope that you will do more of that. Our people need employment, ArcelorMittal. Why you promise our people for employment, make sure that our people be employed. Once our people are employed, they won't cause loss, over your operation. They will work with you. Make sure that those things that are in the first NDA, that has to do with the health, hospital, clinic, employment, and you can need them. Please work towards them. Please work towards them. You are still responsible for those things. Even if your present NDA having to be passed, remember that you owe us those ones that are in the old NDA, and we expect you to do them. So thank you very much. We pray that we all have a good working relationship, that there will be cohesiveness among you and the people, and that are the people represented and all our leaders from the county and that we are at last. Thank you, and therefore, bless you.
Thank you, Joe. So, we want to be conscious of our time, so we manage time as much as possible. So, at this time, we would like to call on the representative, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Mr. Wenyu, to make a statement on behalf of the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Youngwe Joe, Chairman of the Superintendent's Council, Janji Parker, Brent Basser, and of course, the Superintendent of Bonk, our own mother, Esther Walker, the coordinator of the Concession Dispute Committee of the Regional Mayor, all local government officers here present, our colleagues from ArcelorMittal-Liberia, Mr. Marcus Red, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as we have come, it's not about the big speech, but listening to the two representatives, and also earlier listening to him. It speaks to the fact that there are issues on the ground. I think that is what this meeting is for. So on behalf of the minister, I want to say thank you to the three counties of Lima, Bonk, and Grand-Bassel for accepting the operations of ArcelorMittal-Liberia. Personally, I've been with ArcelorMittal for a long period because while in the private sector, we were engaged on their arrival in Liberia to do some media work for them. But that's a long time. The last time I met him, he said he wanted to remember. I said no. I already said he tells Minister Selly, if Minister Selly agrees, but Minister said no. So anyway, that's just the fun about it. But this is a very serious matter because of the point of one of the reasons why the Community Development Fund was established most recently is the issue being raised across the board. I don't know the details, so I just want to encourage all of us as we are in year 2 to launch it. Let us review thoroughly year 1 because, as you said, it was a pilot, but let's look at it as a project. Every project is a timeline. So if you look at the timeline, and you may want to put it into quarter, since we are into the calendar year, you can put the projects into quarter. And after every 3 months, you can have a review session on what went wrong, what went right, and what can be done to correct the wrong things. That will help you to move on fast because the protest along the train track and all of that is not good for our environment, especially when we are looking for all our concessionaires to come and we see people's concessions are being stored because of protests. It's not good for us. Good morning. Welcome, sir. Honorable Sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, like I said, it would not be good for future concessions, especially those who are interested in Liberia, to see or to hear about protests along the concession area of the existing companies. So some of the things that lead to these protests, we have to make sure that they are halted or they are stopped. One of which is if you earmark a project, ensure that it is done so that the people see. Because when the people see, then they get satisfied, and then the issue of protest will go away. So the only thing I want to encourage the people around the table is to review. I heard there are 37 projects along earmark also in year 1. Then look at what was done, what was not done, why they were not done, and then we can put timeline subsequently to this year budget, maybe on a quarterly basis to see. After every 3 months, we come for a review process. And then we also want to say thanks to ArcelorMittal for the commitment of adding additional support for the road. It's very good because access is very important. So be thinking on additional funding to the communities for road is very important for the community. And we hope that you speed up, because one of the things that people are saying just from across the table is the issue of how the projects earmarked are implemented. You put a market, if there will be a market, let the market come, let the people see the market. Because the government, it was not deliberate on the part of the government not to send the money to the communities. But the priorities are many. That is why these lawmakers decided that send 20% directly to the communities so that they will feel the impact. So that impact must be felt. There cannot be no more hurdle to what all of you thought that it will make an impact on the lives of the people. Any other hurdles, they remove it so that the company can flow. Then the people are satisfied. Once the people are satisfied, then the concession environment in Liberia is okay. Then we have more investments. That will be good for us. Eldorado is not your main concession area, or when things happen in, for example, in Ikuta, you came in with $10,000, which we appreciate. But all of that will be good if you have the main affected communities having feeling the real impact of these projects. So on behalf of the minister, we say, let's work together, Superintendent, Honorable Chairman. You now as head of the other two superintendents, you know your leadership skills. You are a very good gentleman. So we hope that we continue with that, working with the lawmakers of the three counties to show that the concession is carried on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne. Because we're discussing this here, and that's the reason why we are here. And I know there are a lot of concerns from the stakeholders, the CDF. So let's try as much as possible to tailor our comments around the CDF. And as we move to the technical session, some of the things that we're raising, we can discuss that. So quickly, we'll go to the CSC, the County Approval Committee. We would like to begin with Grand Bassa, Honorable Janje Bakwe, Superintendent of Grand Bassa.
Thank you so much. Matthew Fairplay, representative of the Buchanan District of Nassau County, Larry Younger of Nima County, and Mr. Wabi of the same Nima County, and to Marcos representing ArcelorMittal-Liberia, the team, the approval committee, the office of the minister, our folks in partnership from the Ministry of Mines and Energy, to all statutory district superintendents and EMC, to my distinguished queen of the Superintendent Council, Esther Yaman Walker. I appreciate each and every one of you. For you who have not said in the new year, I want to say Happy New Year to you. I came here joyfully, happy to participate in year 2 of the launch, with series of challenges for year 1. And those challenges should be shared by both the county and the company as well. I listened to my senior brother mentioning me, probably, I have nothing personal over 20%. The law is the law, the law you pass is the law. ArcelorMittal is a corporate institution that will not manage Grand Bassa money. In the 20%, it's clear and spelled out. If they bring up bureaucratic bottleneck to only manage the money, and lawmaker will decide on that. They pass it, you sign it. My only issue is the right thing should be done for my people. With all the bureaucratic bottleneck, you look at even the economic situation in the country. You are asking for 25 to 50% for a local company that are hired to do hemp pump. And we told you that the money for the people, they put miracle material, bring it to you. You ask them to do so many resolutions that will resolve, sign it and send it to you. Our lawmaker review them. You still hold them back. Contracts expire. And somebody want to blame superintendent? No, nobody's going to blame any of the superintendents. The fact that there's a bureaucratic bottleneck in the fund that you're supposed to only manage, expend the fund based on what the people want, not on what you want. So if my people want to, they say they want per hour, and the per hour cost, they say, okay, this cost is too much, we'll cut the cost down. You still hold far to that. Every year you give me 1.5 million in the county, and the 1.5 million, I look at one concession or one local company, and I gave you 200,000 project. I don't ask you to go do pre-financing. You're a corporate institution. You're asking a local company that was able to empower to do pre-financing with their own money. For me, I think these are some of the bureaucratic burden that they put into the process. It will be local. You cannot look at a company that's struggling in Buchanan because we want to look at the local economy to boom. And you say they should do pre-financing. They don't have the financial willpower. They want to delay in Basel. So for me, I believe that the money for the people, not for Mita is not doing no good for Basel or Nima or Bon. We had some problem years before we took over. And that problem was that probably they paid the money to the national government did not remit them. But the MDA said you should give it to the community. So for us, we are happy to roll out the second phase. But if we roll out the second phase, nobody's going to use me or use my hand to cause somebody neck. The essence of sending money back to these affected counties and affected community is to boom the local economy and to bring together a morale between the company and the citizens. That is the reason why since we took over in Basel, there have been no major protests in Basel because we hold our people back. We always sit with them to discuss the better we can. Now, this money belongs to the people. So for you to sit on a table because government say, okay, let's do a MOU, a pilot project, so you can go further the money and the people tell you how to use it, and you delay our project because you want to manage a project for me. There's a calculator attempt on the part of ArcelorMittal-Liberia through a management skill to only want to expend the money. Government will never go and ask ArcelorMittal, say, we'll come and audit you. The corporate institution have a corporate auditor that come to them. That's the reason why in our various counties, we got auditors that go and audit us. If there's any financial malpractices, I take responsibility of my leadership. And all of my superintendents have taken that responsibility. That's the reason why we always use sometimes some of the counties that closer that uses your development fund as an example. Just 2 days ago, we delegated ArcelorMittal development fund project for Grand Bassel County. 3-4 different projects in one district. It's telling you how we're managing it. Yeah, we can have disagreement. But for me, this is not a personal thing that I'm going to say that I want to manage 20%. If the law says the money you must hold it, meterly, and disperse it to the affected community based on the project they want, do it. Do not delay because you want to manage that money. So to close on this issue, as we roll all the sleeves of year 2 should not be like year 1, where Meta is only wanting an amendment to manage the money. No, that is not what it was meant for. It was meant for you to hold it in your custody and disperse it to those affected communities like that project after the district city. I don't go to district city. A lawmaker is assigned district superintendent, they go to district city. You ask for PNC to do cost analysis of the project. They submit the project and cost analysis to you. Our delay have been, Meta is saying that, look, we will not do, or let the company do pre-financing. We are saying to you, our company does not have the capacity to do pre-financing. But you want me to go take, or you want me to go take a company from Morovia to go and do my local people work because they got financial willpower. That means there is no need of us building the local economy again. So that will be done in Morovia. So for us, it is not about personalizing the 20%. It's about us finding an amicable solution that will resolve some of these long-term dispute or misunderstanding along the road. So as chairman of the Superintendent Council, I can say to you the superintendents are willing to roll out with the way it's supposed to be done. But as it stands on Joe, on Yangwe, or Soame, it almost like somebody tie your head and say you want to swim. The essence is that people want to go Ganta sometimes because Ganta economy is booming. So you think I want for Basel to be there, you want for Bond to be there, because you prioritize local businesses. Some of the local businesses, some of them take loan before they get money. So if they're not taking loan, if you're getting a contract, you ask them to do pre-financing, no. Basel, we wrote ArcelorMittal on 3 separate occasions. I will file some of these things to your email, informing that the local contracting firm that we contracted to do the Palava Hall, the hand pump, the roads, that they don't have the capacity, but we trust them. They say we'll do behavioral bond. We should sign. My PSC went to war, we signed. We did the rest of the year, we send it to them, they refuse to get the money to the people. On Ghana, because they only want to manage this money. What is behind the money that they want to manage? You don't trust them when you give me 1.5 million for social development fund and will manage it as a county after county civil. So that 20% was just only less than 300,000. I think this is a calculated attempt on behalf of ArcelorMittal and the family. So for me, the decision, not my decision to make, it will be a decision of my lawmaker and my minister of internal affairs. And those that are working along with concession companies. So for us, Grand Bassel County, I show some of my superintendents have shared the same view because we have met, we have a conversation. All the president Bangladesh are not even paying contractor yet. No. After they put the pre-financing, they are not even paying yet. You see the problem? So it's not just us that want to manage 20%. So if you create a bureaucratic bottleneck into a process, it cannot go smoothly until we sit again how we sit there. So I will start on this note. I want to say to ArcelorMittal, we appreciate, we greet you, and we want to say to you in year 2, there will be a lot of projects that we all want to groundbreak and we want to dedicate, provided we can sit together to look at the man of this agreement to forge ahead. Thank you so much. That God bless us.
Thank you,
but we strong.
Superintendent for Basel County.
This is going to be a very, very interesting conversation.
We have people saying things.
This is superintendent for Global.
No, but it's not the media. So we have to respond.
So
the media. Let me honest. This is
Are you for the
I'm moderating. So
respond.
I'm moderating, right?
Yes.
So we'll
delegation
have comments from the two other speakers
from
the CAC, and then we'll close
here for the superintendent.
So the conversation. We also will still respond. So we will not call on the superintendent of NEMA. The superintendent of NEMA is not present. Do we have a representative? Yeah. Okay. The superintendent of NEMA has a representative.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
On behalf of the Honorable Superintendent of NEMA, I love the AM for Perry and Morale to speak. We want to thank you to the AMF family. Most of the previous speakers said there were a lot of factors that led to the first phase of the project that led to delay. But as we move to the second phase, we'll work on it and we'll be close. But for NEMA, at least we're doing our best. Some of our lawmakers can attest to it. There are some projects ongoing in NEMA currently as we speak. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Quickly, we move to Bond County.
NEMA praise ArcelorMittal.
First of all, I want to say thank you to our friends because we were supported on the sport, ArcelorMittal. I don't know, maybe they're petting us or what. But as we come to year 2 launch, my prayer and hope is that year 2 will not be like year 1, where we are embarrassed and tired of as a superintendent. The local contractors was asked to pre-finance up to 25%. They went 35% to pay those people. Deputy Police Director, they are involved as I speak now. So I told them to take the county to court.
Laura with Focus on Africa from the...
Because we are in that, yes. And so I told them, take the county to court. And then ArcelorMittal will be able to come up. 20% given to the district, I don't think that it requires a lot of bureaucracy where we are. I'm embarrassed as a superintendent. I sit here. I'm called on a daily basis. Yesterday, one Ella called me from Kokoya to ask me if we finish eating the 20%. Yes, from Kokoya yesterday afternoon. I didn't know the answer. I was sharing it with Eric. So I hope as we come to year 2,
Laura with Focus on Africa from the BBC World.
Flowed over most of the things that I wanted to say. ArcelorMittal, like from the beginning, I heard somewhere about bid. The country will continue to put up bid. We're not getting bid. Yeah, the CAC will supervise and will carry on the running of the bid. Our lawmakers will finish the balance along with the Minister of Internal Affairs. But our prayer and hope is year 2 shouldn't be like year 1 because we're trying to avoid the problem so that the citizens will be at peace. We continue to talk to them. Don't block the train. Don't stand before the truck. But you two got to put on your shoes so that we'll wrap up and reach to where we're supposed to reach to. Thank you, my chairman. I already said all half of what I wanted to say.
That's it for some Bond County superintendent. Let's start work on.
We would like to call on the representative from the Ministry of Mines. Just make a statement. The Ministry of Mines.
Good morning to all. I'm William Thompson, the Assistant Minister at the Ministry of Mines in India. The Honourable Minister really wished to be here due to all pressing engagement he has sent me to speak on his behalf at this all-important meeting. As you may all be aware, the County Development Fund is a pivotal instrument that has been flagged by the Ministry of Mines in India in all of its MD. And ArcelorMittal has taken it very, very seriously in all the years. The CDF has been a pivotal instrument to the development of the rural communities where the impact has been met. It is our almost hope at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, the Government of Liberia, lead agency on the mining sector, that this second round launch will be used with the requisite transparency and integrity methodology, wherein the various communities will have the maximum benefit of this CDF. I want to say thank you, and ArcelorMittal, we appreciate you and our county authorities for the legacy administration that you have been managing the CDF for the years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Representing from the Ministry of Mines and Energy.
Session 2, which is the technical session.
I think we're breaking it.
It's a break? Yeah. All right. Before to the break, I'd like to recognize Honorable Swami, Bishop of Lima County. We'll also recognize Honorable Abba Hill from Bone County. So we'll take a 5-minute break, and then we'll return. We'll go straight into the technical session.
And we'll also say goodbye to our media folks and so forth.
Thank you for following from page F.